Now, also in the news today, residents who need services to do with civil status documents via Irembo have continued to experience challenges in getting these documents, saying that even when a child is registered in hospital after birth, they will not be found in the registry at the sector level. Sector officials now are saying this is due to the fact that there is information in the National Identification Agency that is not linked to the services offered on the Irembo website. Some of the documents these residents say they can't access on the Irembo website include marriage certificates, where one sometimes might be registered as single or sometimes registered as married to someone who is not their spouse. There's also an issue of children born in hospitals and are put in the national registry and don't appear on Irembo, as well as those that apply for civil status documents, but response towards the progress takes so long.
I got married to my wife here, but every time I go to check my status, I'm registered as single, while my wife is registered as married with 2 children, and this confuses us. Even paying for mutual is not coordinated. My wife pays independently and for one child, and I pay for the other child too. I'm not in the system. I was given a book where I'm registered and I'm supposed to apply to be put in the system.
Komezusenje Isaiah is an entrepreneur who works with Irembo as an agent. He acknowledges that these issues are in fact being experienced, and once realized, the people are sent to the sector offices.
There are times where we declare a marriage agreement, and when you put the ID number, then someone is registered as single. We immediately send them to the sector to be put in the system.
Sector registrars point out that these problems are due to the fact that there's information from the National Identification Agency which is not connected to the Irembo website, which leads to poor service delivery to the community.
Makuru y'Irembo ashingira ku makuru ya NIDA.
Usually, information on Irembo is based on information from NIDA, which poses a challenge because these are 2 platforms which are not compatible in terms of information sometimes. For instance, when a citizen is looking for a document, a different version from the one on Irembo will be released instead. For example, if someone wants to change status in the system from single to married or to widow or widower, we change it in the system, but when they go to declare at Irembo, new information emerges.
Ariko yajya kudekarara ku Irembo hagasohokamo amakuru atandukanye.
External Affairs Manager Nabgoba Jules does not agree that information from NIDA and Irembo doesn't coordinate. He, however, acknowledges that sometimes when people give information at the sector and it's written, this can leave room for mistakes when the information is being transferred.
You will find that at the time of the census, people would get the identity card for the first time, did not include the parent's name or registered in the other names when seeking for services. In the past, there were information written in books but not put in the National Registry online. And later, when Irembo was established, they shifted this information, and so in that process, there was some information that was left out, hence indicating that some may be a single yet married. So when that happens, we look into these registrars, and that information is put in the system, and it becomes evident on Irembo as well.
The administration of the National Identification Agency says that all the information they have at the center is linked to the Irembo website. However, that children that are born and registered and are not traced on Irembo, their parents should go to local authorities to help them. So far, the Irembo website offers up to 99 services to residents needed in their day-to-day lives.